beautiful, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be deep diving into our textbooks and learning more and more about wigs and toppers and all the terms that go along with them, accessories, basically everything that you might have questions on if you are a newer wig or topper wearer. So let's just jump right in. Wig accessory. So you got your wig. Now, how do you take care of it? What do you use? Do you see all of these products on the market and you might not know exactly what you're looking at? So first things first, we are going to talk about a little bit of how you attach your wigs. So I already showed you combs and clips and the difference between those. Now we're going to talk about what goes under your wig. So first thing that you might see people talk about are wig caps. So they're stocking caps. They're basically pantyhose that go on your head. They come in different colors. This one is a very almost yellow compared to my skin, so this would be great for more olive textures. I also have some black ones. I have some dark ones. I don't really wear these anymore. I wore them when I first started wearing wigs because I thought I needed to. I thought I had to. But they're primarily for people who have a lot of hair. The purpose of this is to be able to contain your hair in the wig. But if you're like most of us who have alopecia or cancer or any other form of hair loss, you're not going to have a lot of hair. So you might not necessarily need one of these. I personally, this is my own personal opinion, you might differ from me on this, but my personal opinion are these are super annoying. If you could feel these, you would feel that it's very rough. That's because I used to glue them to my head to keep them on. They would slip off. But if you have a lot of hair, if you are wearing wigs specifically for fashion and you don't have hair loss and you need to contain your hair, these might be your friend. Just know they might shift around on you a little bit. The other option that you have to keep a wig on and keep your hair in place at the same time is something that's called a wig grip cap. So this is still a cap, but it's not like a pantyhose cap. It's attached to this piece of fabric, which is designed to go around your head and be secured with Velcro. If you don't know how to wear a wig grip, check out my wig grip video. I'll make sure to post that in the description below. But this is meant to go on your head underneath your wig. And it has these like velvet fibers that are running in one direction this way. So when it's on your head, and the fibers are running that direction, if your wig's gonna slip off, it's gonna slip off going this direction. So it's going against the grain. By doing that, it's not gonna go anywhere. I'm wearing a wig grip right now underneath here. I could start headbanging if I want. My hair is not gonna go anywhere. I'm not wearing any glue or tape or anything. It's just the wig grip. They're fantastic. I definitely recommend them. If you have a lot of hair, you still wanna wear a cap, I definitely recommend a wig grip cap specifically because it's all one thing. It's not going to start sliding off the back of your head like the nylon caps. If you still, again, like me, don't have a lot of hair, so you don't need the cap portion, you just need the grip portion, they make them just by themselves. They come in different colors. They come in different thicknesses. This is one that has an adjuster in the back. Again, if you want to see more about this, check out my other video. Sorry, my lip itches. Check out my other video on how to attach them. Some of them attach with Velcro, like the one you just saw. Some of them slip over your head. They're different depending on which ones you get. So let's say that a wig grip, you know that it's not gonna be enough. You're gonna have some kind of really windy day. You're going on a roller coaster. You're gonna be flipping upside down. I don't know, headbanging, mosh pit. I don't know what you do with your life. You do you. There is other options as well to really make sure that your wig stays on. If you have stubborn lace that wants to lift and you really want to make sure that that is glued down. If you have a topper and you have frontal hair loss, so you have a lace front topper. Oh, you can't wear a wig grip with a topper. So what are you going to do? You can glue or tape your wig. Most of the options that you will see are it stays. You'll hear that a lot. It stays is a roll-on glue that goes on your forehead and then you let it get tacky. And then you put your lace on top of it and it sticks down. Got to be glued. Hair gel you see at Walmart and Target. Same kind of deal. It stays is going to be a little bit more clear. This is going to turn once you pull the wig off. It will have kind of a film, kind of a residue. not a sticky residue, but it'll be kind of a white residue on your lace. But it comes directly off with water, so you don't have to worry about it. So both of those are really good options if you want to completely glue down the front of your lace. The again, downside to that and upside is it comes off with water cleanly, so just wet your fingers and get it off that way. But if you're gonna sweat, it's gonna come off. So sweat is water, so that's not the best idea. The ideal solution for if you're going swimming or if you know you're going to the gym and you're gonna sweat is to get tape. I particularly recommend the blue Walker's lace front tape for lace fronts. I absolutely adore this stuff. I have another video on that as well. I'll put a link in the description on how to wear a wig grip and put tape on your wig and how to remove it. But this requires alcohol, an alcohol solvent to come off. So you can either buy the fancy alcohol wig tape removers, but most of that removing the solvent part comes from alcohol. So I just use rubbing alcohol. I find it to be cheaper. It hasn't ruined any of my lace yet. Wig storage. Okay, so when you get a wig, it's either gonna come in some kind of a bag or it's gonna come in some kind of a box. So I personally highly recommend hang on to your boxes. They are so valuable, especially if you resell your wigs. You're gonna want the original box. A lot of people really like that. So hang on to your boxes, hang on to the stuff inside of your boxes. They're great for storage too. So when you get your wig, look something like this. It's going to come with a hairnet that is around, some tissue paper usually inside, something to keep the form of that wig. I recommend hanging on to all of it. Again, I purchased this wig. I am selling this wig. It's all been put back into its natural state, ready to go. So that when I sell this wig, it's brand new, looks pretty for the person who gets it. So that's one way to store your wigs, just how you got them. But that's not the only way. From there, I would recommend a couple of different options. So you have wig heads, and let me go and take my friend off of her stand. This, I call her Felicia. I don't know why I call her Felicia, but I started calling her Felicia. So Felicia here is a plastic, PVC, polyurethane kind of, she's basically plastic, but she's like a mushy plastic. She's not hard plastic. You can use this particular type of wig head for heat styling. It's not going to melt. It'd be perfectly fine. There's also styrofoam wig heads. These are great if you're just displaying a wig, but you do not want to heat style anything. This will melt. When you get a wig head, most all of them will have a hole in the bottom. The reason for that is it usually will come with some kind of contraption to stand the wig head on like that, and then you clip it to your table so that you can style your wigs on that. Or if you're like me and there's nothing to clip it to in my entire house, you have to buy a tripod. So I wish you guys could see how many tripods. I have 4 tripods in front of me between my camera and my lights and my microphones and everything, and then I'm holding a tripod here. I have so many tripods, but this is a wig tripod. Please excuse the blue tape. It didn't fit my wig head, so I just wrapped some tape around it to make sure that it would fit my wig head securely. But tripods are fantastic investments because they allow you to have varying heights. You can just loosen it and extend it out. You can take it completely off. You can then adjust it to whether you want to sit down and style your wigs or if you want to stand up, but I can adjust this all the way up to there. So if I really needed to make it that tall, you absolutely could. I do love my wig tripod. Another fantastic option for storing your wigs if you have the closet space are closet hangers. So what you do in this particular situation is you get your hanger and you just put the wig on top of it, and it hangs in your closet by the hook. These are also fantastic if you are drying your wigs. You can put these in your shower, hook them to your shower curtain, hook them to your shower caddy, whatever you need to do for your wigs to drip dry. They're absolutely great. They're pretty cheap. I think you can get a 2-pack for like $11 on Amazon. And I have my whole closet filled with them. Okay, completely unrelated to wig storage, but something I forgot to mention. You guys might have heard sample colors or color rings or anything like that. You can purchase companies, different manufacturers, swatches of their hair. That's what a color ring is. It will allow you to see in person what that fiber looks like. I have quite a few of them here, but yes, they're a great investment if you like a particular company and you plan on changing your color up a lot like I do. Okay, so once you have your wig head, you're ready to style. You do need something called a T-pin. T-pins are what is currently, oh goodness, I don't know if you can see those at all. T-pins are currently stuck into the styrofoam head here. And the purpose of them, I'll put it on her, she's got darker head. The purpose of these are to take the pen and to push it into the head, and that secures your wig. You're only gonna wanna secure it in a couple of places. You're gonna wanna secure it in the ear tabs, and you're gonna wanna secure it in the nape. You do not want to go into your monofilament or into the hand-tied cap at all. You might end up ruining it. So just make sure you're putting that either in ear tabs or your nape. Actually, I do and, not or. Put them in your ear tabs, both of them, and your nape to make sure that baby's not moving. You can get this from Walmart. Any craft section has T-pins. Okay, so the last couple of things I have down for styling, make sure that you have a wide tooth comb. You can buy the Jon Renau combs if you want. You can go to Walmart and get a dollar comb. They're pretty much all the same. I also have a rat tooth comb. That's great for making your parts in your wigs. I also have a paddle brush, a wet brush. I like to use those because they're very soft and they give. They're not going to be super hard and harsh on your fibers. They're going to give when you pull them through. So a good paddle brush. Don't use paddle brushes on wavy hair. Only use a wide tooth comb. Other tips that you might need, it depends on you if you're planning on doing this, but if you plan on ever cutting your wigs, you're going to need a couple different shears. So I have a regular set of shears here. These are just regular cutting shears. Only cut hair with them. Anything else is going to dull them quite quickly. And just a word to the wise, don't go and spend $100 for a pair of shears for synthetic hair. Synthetic hair will dull your shears over time. So just get the cheapest ones they have at Sally's. They're great. The next thing that you need are a pair of thinning shears. We sometimes hear about people saying that the hair is too thick and they want to thin it out. What you need for that is a pair of thinning shears. Thinning shears, as you can see, have a comb on one end of them. So what happens is the hair gets up into these combs, and then whenever you push this bottom piece up, the other hair will be safe. If I can show it to you. As you can see, there's like a gap in between there. Some of the hair will be safe from the blade back here because it didn't actually come in contact with the blade. So that's the purpose of thinning shears. It's going to take about half of whatever you did. So if I wanted to thin this, not really gonna do it, but I would just take it and grab all of it and clamp down, and then it would only take about half of that hair out instead of the entire lock of hair. YouTube it, YouTube everything. I can't go into every single technical detail in this video, but if you are interested in any one of these things, just type into YouTube, thinning a wig, cutting a wig, putting bangs in a wig, any of those, it'll guide you through. Probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but if you haven't had one of these, get a piece of measuring tape that you would use for creating clothing, measuring yourself. This is very valuable to know what your head size is, both for toppers and for wigs. And again, you can YouTube how to measure your head for a wig. Styling your wig, there are a couple of useful tools. One is a steamer. This is a regular fabric clothing steamer. Jon Renau makes a fantastic one. That's the one Jon Renau specific product that I do recommend for sure. So concentrated steam nozzle to make sure that it goes exactly where you point it and not where you don't want it to go, like your lace. But a steamer will allow you to put curls in a wig. It'll allow you to straighten a wig. It will allow you to repair a wig that's past its life expectancy. Steamers are fantastic. If you haven't seen someone steam a wig, please YouTube how to steam a wig. You'll be so surprised at what you can do with it. In conjunction with steaming a wig, we have a hot air brush. This particular one is highly recommended for synthetic hair. This is the Helen of Troy. This particular one is the 3/4 inch barrel. It has no ceramic, it's all plastic, so it's not going to get really hot and ruin your fibers. You have a high and a low setting on this, so this product is great in conjunction with your steamer to really bring life back to wigs that are past their prime. Both of those methods can be used on non-heat friendly wigs. So even if it says non-heat friendly, you can still steam it. You can still use a hot air brush. You're just going to make sure that you want to use the hot air brush when it is wet. Again, wet heat is the main key for that. Wet heat is okay. Dry heat is not okay. All right, last couple of items here. We have actual products for wigs. The first thing that you might have heard is, my wig is shiny. What do you do for a shiny wig? Dry shampoo. It's fantastic. I really like this Herbal Essences one just because it smells nice. I spray my wigs with this even if I don't need to knock off the shine, just because it smells really good, like I had just washed my hair. Alternatively, you can use baby powder, hair powder, cornstarch, anything that has a powder formula. It's going to get some of that shine off of your hair. Some people call it silicone. There is actual silicone sprays like Simply Styling, Silicone, Silicone Mix. There's a lot of different brands out there, but essentially what it comes down to is a silicone spray for your synthetics will also increase the life of them, especially my heat-friendly ones. I spray them with a silicone based, this particular one is not silicone that I'm holding, I'm out of it, but this particular one is coconut oil derived, but is a synthetic wig leave-on conditioner. I love these because what they allow me to do is when I'm done for the day, I spray it on dry, comb it through a little bit, and it helps to condition the hair and keep it nice and pretty, and to keep it from getting crunchy. Hairsprays, this particular one I got online. It's from Renee of Paris specifically. This is Protect Holding Spray for synthetic hair. This is hairspray. It's hairspray specifically for synthetics. When you get this, you're going to want to make sure that it doesn't have a lot of the different alcohols and sulfates and all of that crappy stuff in it. That's what ruins your wigs. So if you don't want to risk it, just get a brand like this, like Renee of Paris or John Renault or any of the major manufacturers that sell hairspray specifically for synthetic wigs, and you'll be okay. Okay, so that's pretty much all the products. I didn't go over any of the washing products because I don't personally use anything special for washing my synthetics. I use the same shampoo that I use on my hair because the shampoo that I use on my hair is a very good quality, paraben-free, sulfate-free, alcohol-free shampoo that is safe to use for synthetics. You can, any of them that do not have sulfates or parabens, you can use on synthetics, but they do have specific, like Revlon has them, John Renault has them, shampoos specifically for synthetic hair that you can use if you do want to purchase those. Human hair, on the other hand, is not attached to your head anymore, so if you're going to have a human hair wig, make sure that you cleanse that only when you need to, and that you're using good quality human hair cleansers and conditioners on them. For the conditioner, you need to make sure that you leave it on an appropriate amount of time. Do deep conditioning treatments, anything you can do to put that oil back into the hair, because when it's not attached to your scalp, it's not attached to any oil, and oil is what keeps your hair healthy. So that's pretty much everything I have as far as a glossary of all the different terms that you might have seen on wig groups or on YouTube. If I missed anything, please tell me, leave me a comment or a Facebook post, and I will gladly make an addendum video if I need to on this. Things change all the time, so who knows, there could be something else that comes out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel below and click that like button. That really helps me to be able to help more people and for them to see these videos. So until next time, thank you so much for hanging out with me and learning. So I will see you later. Bye, beautiful.